What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and welcome to the video. In this video, we're talking all about the moves in the markets. These are your market minutes, so we're talking about gold, silver, the equity markets, of course, the NASDAQ, the S&P, along with two interesting silver mining stocks that I would like to purchase on the dip. So I will have some information about both these companies a little bit later on in this video, along with their CEO interview dropping on the channel on Friday for one of them. So we'll be talking about that in just a little bit later on. And last but not least, guys, let's get straight into it. It's a really awesome sunny day here in southwestern Ontario. For anyone, I don't know where you guys are tuning in from, but feel free to drop below in the comments where you guys in fact are tuning in from, along with any stocks that you're buying, selling, or what you're doing with your portfolios, as I'd love to know. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. Last but not least, if you do support me, the channel, and all the videos, two quick things. You guys know the drill. First, if you do support me and want these videos to do well, then of course explode that like button. Takes just 1 second of your time and it helps my videos so very much. Along with, if you are a new viewer to the channel, you appreciate daily updates, interviews, and all of the other things that we do here at Departures Capital, of course. And don't forget to catch that subscribe button and ring the market bell for notifications so you can get updated on every future video. And let's get straight into this, guys. So the first thing we do, like we do in every single one of our videos, is comment of the day. So first comment of the day goes to Xing Wang. ACB can't get out of its own way. They killed their own rally, and yeah, man, I saw that. It was crazy. You know, the stock's down yet again today. We can actually check and see what the heck's going on for it, and it's getting absolutely hammered. It's down 3.14. It's down 3.49% today again, but this week it's just been brutal. It's been, you know, decline after 24% decline, 20% decline, and we have picked back up a little bit. Actually, this stock has rallied intraday, but I don't know, guys. It's hard to say. They had a better quarter. I will say that they had a better quarter, and they're getting closer to positive EBITDA, but the future still looks kind of bleak. So for me, I'm still on the sidelines. I still have a few shares of ACB that I've had for a long time. I am still happy that I sold a portion of my position and bought some MSOs like Curaleaf. That was one of the best ones. I'm actually in the green on Curaleaf. Holy smokes. Next comment of the day, Brian Stewart. Thanks for covering Newfound Gold. Another one really close to their property is Labrador Gold, ticker LAB. The initial core contain an incredible amount of visible gold. If you get time, check out the picture on their website. Full disclosure, I own them both. Cheers. Thank you so much, Brian Stewart. And I will be doing a viewer requested 3 interesting stock video today just after this video, so please tune into Departure Stocks. Departure Stocks got a full brand upgrade. We improved the channel, and so did Departures Capital, but we got a banner now, we got 2 playlists, we got some featured channels, so we're building Departure Stocks, and I'm really excited, guys. We're at 418 subscribers. Let's get this to 500 in the short term. Obviously, my longer term goal of 1,000, then get monetized. So Departure Stocks, raw stock news, investment community, that's what we're all about on that channel. And I'm gonna have I have some really interesting ideas for Departure Stocks, just as it's a brand new channel, but link is in the description. Check it out. And I'm really excited to build this channel on top of Departures Capital. What I want, you know, for the future of the Departures brand, I want Departures Capital to be like the news outlet where we drop interviews, all of our sponsored content and things like that, you know, all of our different client videos. And then for Departures Stocks, strictly opinion, you know, raw stock news and opinion. So that's where I see this going, and it's exciting, and thank you for supporting the new channel, guys. So subscribe to Departure Stocks. I'm going to keep on saying it, but and it won't cost you a dime. It won't cost you a dime. Third comment on the day goes to Teresa Mitchell, always with the very knowledgeable comments. I'm surprised that the CB allowed the 10-year to run so high. YCC may happen shortly. Feds need to lower rates, and inflation, gold and silver will not run until treasuries move down. Getting impatient, and that is true. Now we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going to be talking in this video about, you know, this whole cure or vaccine. I guess you can say the word now. It's discussed very commonly, but a lot of big banks and analysts are saying it'll actually be a good thing for gold. So I want to understand that. We're going to be talking about a few quick articles. We've just got 3 before we dive into those 2 companies, and that's it for comment of the day. Actually, we'll just throw in a quick one. Sorry, Doc. Sometimes it takes Doc. This is the most intensive editing part of the video when he has to actually crop out the comments. But JP Rowe, couldn't agree with you more, Aaron, on these 3 picks. Going to ride all 3 to the moon. So Yeah, man, let's go. Now, we already covered departure stocks. Don't forget to subscribe. And then last but not least, our full access insider. This is our monthly paid private group, $10 a month or $100 per year. And I will be posting some brand new trades for all of our members in there in terms of the stocks that we bought in November. So stay tuned for that. And if you do want to further support the channel, take a look at our program. Like I said, just $10 a month, $100 a year. And you have full access to our public portfolio, only for the group, obviously, and weekly videos, monthly reports, and I will be working on some really interesting content for all of my full access insider members. So more stuff on the way, guys. Let's take a look and see what's going on the markets now. And we are seeing a green day. Actually, the Nasdaq's up almost 2%, S&P, and the Dow is almost flat. So Nasdaq bouncing. The Dow climbed Wednesday as a rebound and beating up tech stocks from a rout a day earlier helped offset weakness in value stocks amid growing fears further restrictions. So isn't it funny how, oh my gosh, the news comes out on Monday and everything's fixed in the market and the value stocks and everything's rallying like crazy 10-20%, and then midway through the week, Wednesday, Wall Street's already bored. They're already looking to sell those stocks, so I'm just not buying into it just yet, guys. I think it will happen, but I don't know how long that will take. There could be further lockdowns or whatever, but we're not going to talk too much about that. We'll just let it happen and plan for the future. So look at the S&P 500 and where we're at right now. We're definitely testing this previous all-time high that we hit back there in the summer. We'll see if we can break it. I think we can break it, and especially with more stimulus on the way, I think we can get above that. One commodity that I'm going to start following is, in fact, going to be copper. So we're going to follow base metals too, copper, gold, and silver. We've gotten a lot of requests for copper. I will be making a video about top copper mining stocks. Copper has had a tremendous run since this whole March crash, and in fact, the charts look better than gold and silver if we really look at it. Now, don't get me wrong, gold and silver, they've had a tremendous rally, but let's see where copper is running from $2 to over $3. I mean, that's a 50% rally. Let's see, the 1 year chart for gold. So during March, gold ran from 1,500 to barely 2,000. So copper has had a much more substantial rally than gold, and gold, in fact, has pulled back quite a bit, and silver has pulled back quite a bit. So I'm definitely going to add coverage to the base metals, and especially copper. I think that is a really great one to talk about, especially when the economy starts to show better signs of a recovery. But regardless, copper has performed really, really well. So I want to take a look at 3 quick articles, and these are pretty good articles. The first one was from Rob McEwen. So for anyone who doesn't know, Rob McEwen, he owns a really big gold and silver mining company, McEwen Mining. Gold's popularity among retail investors is set to rise and is going to propel prices to $5,000 an ounce, said Rob McEwen. I don't think $5,000 is that far out. I took the influence of the social media and how much it propelled some of the tech stocks. I'm going to suggest that when people start looking at gold and it becomes a more common topic on social media, he said. McEwen said that rising debt levels and the possibility of sovereign default as a real risk of investors. So let's see what he has to say. The last paragraph, guys. The debt loads right now are pretty frightening in the US and many other countries around the world as a result of what's happening to do with this whole global illness. There's this threshold when the debt to GDP gets 230% of GDP. That's a very real likelihood of a default, he said. So we've seen this happen many times, but long story short, Rob McEwen, obviously he owns a gold mining company, so he's going to be bullish on gold, but we're getting some more predictions. $5,000 gold. I would be very happy with $5,000 gold. And I am myself, I've been a long-term supporter of gold. I've actually been trying to help this out and, get a lot of gold companies exposure and, get a lot of retail investors excited about gold. I've always seen the possibilities and the opportunity in gold, and that's what I preach on my channel, and I have for quite some time now. So thanks for supporting me, Rob. And I'm just kidding. Thanks for, supporting social media when it comes to certain things. But I totally agree. So many stocks get this almost euphoria of, everybody starts talking about them and they just go like crazy. Like, look at the Very Good Food Co. MINDMED saw that a little bit. I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that we can continue to see that for MINDMED. We will be talking about the company just a little bit later. It's performing really great today. Take a look at 2 more quick articles and we'll talk about those 2 companies. So gold, silver slide as US dollar stock markets rally. So that brings me to my next point, actually. I just want to quickly take a look at the US dollar index. And it is up again today, 0.32%. Gold's not getting crushed as hard, but we are back above 93. The dollar is frustrating me. I want it to just fall like a rock, and we'll see when we finally get that, if we get that. But gold and silver futures prices are lower in mid US trading. The metals are seeing selling pressure from upbeat trader risk appetite midweek, evidenced by the rallies in global stock market indexes. Tech stocks. Sorry to bash on tech stocks, guys. So this is the last article. This is a very important article, and it's a really quick article, at least what I want to read when it comes to this. But I suggest anyone who's planning, a trade to read this article from Kitco. Vaccine is a boon for gold bugs, says TD Securities. So this is coming from TD Securities. I like to get the opinions of the big banks, because banks never used to be that bullish on gold, and we've seen a lot of them flip. Wells Fargo, TD Securities, and many other banks, Commerce Bank, they've all gone very bullish on gold. So once the markets get past all the noise, this vaccine should be good news for gold, according to TD Securities. So we're just going to highlight a few important quotes here, guys. So the vaccine should ultimately be good for gold bugs, as the Fed could keep nominal rates capped, while inflation expectations could firm further as a result. The positive news sent 10-year yields to their highest since the start of this whole global illness. However, the rise in yields has been accompanied by strengthening in equities and tighter credit spreads, keeping financial conditions under loose, which raises questions as to why the Fed should intervene. And last but not least, policymakers are actively attempting to stimulate inflation with a period of overshooting, which should keep uber easy policies in place for the foreseeable future. Treasury supply pressures, rising real rates, and Fed pricing inching closer to late 2023 from mid-2024 are all reasons that the Fed may step in to keep policy supportive and prevent an undue deterioration in financial conditions. So they expect the Fed to start favoring long-dated bonds, which should cap the 10-year yield around 1%. So here's where they state their argument. So we argue that this vaccine should ultimately be a boon for gold bugs, as the Fed should keep nominal rates capped while inflation expectations could firm as a result. While this setup suggests the bull market in gold remains intact, a reactive rather than proactive Fed is keeping the door open for the pain trade to grow in the near term as we enter into an uncertainty vacuum into the December meeting. So a lot of people have talked about it. The winter, December, January tends to be good for gold. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, let's talk about those two stocks real quick that I'm personally looking to buy on the dip here. And I'm personally right now looking for more exposure to the silver exploration stage sector. For anyone who's in our private group, they know all the stocks we have. That's just one portfolio. We've got other portfolios, of course, but when it comes to my positioning right now, I feel like I'm underexposed for silver exploration. I've added a substantial amount to gold exploration, and that is why I'm looking at these companies. So Discovery Metals has been a big winner. We've identified this around, it was $1.70. We dropped to $1.50. We were buying then, and we got all the way up to $2.10. So still in the green on this one. I think that Discovery does have a lot of potential. $606 million market cap. Developing a world-class asset, Cordero is the world's largest development stage silver project in the world. So they've got 100% ownership of their flagship Cordero project, one of the world's largest undeveloped silver resources. And quickly talking about their important points. Fourth largest undeveloped silver resource globally. And they've got a ton of gold in the ground. So Eric Sprout owns 27% of Discovery, one of his largest investments in the silver space. So I go by strategic investors. That was one of the biggest things that drew me to this company. But if we look at their focal points, their 2018 resource estimate, 500 million ounces inferred, 1 billion ounces measured and indicated at 32 grams per ton. And the focal point global resource right now of 650 million ounces at 104 grams per ton, measured and indicated of 300 million and 360 million inferred. So just a massive resource, and they are drilling. So phase one drilling, 50,000 to 55,000 meters. And what I really like is this company will have a new resource model in the second half of 2021 after their massive drill program. So I think that that's where this company is going to be, their assets going to be re-rated, revalued, and we could see some really nice gains for this company. So that's kind of where I'm positioning myself. And as we can see here, guys, phase 1 drilling and metallurgical testing is going on all the way through the first half of 2021. And then in the second half of 2021, I think that's where things are going to get really exciting. And I hope that prices for silver are much, much higher. So that's my case for Discovery Metals. I'm not going to oversell it, but I just wanted to reiterate a couple things that I talked about before. And I still really, really love the company, so I want to add more to it. And if we do get cheaper prices, I would be very happy. Actually, let's see, maybe we can get down to 180. Right now we're trading for 188, and I still think, it's not a bad deal at 188, but at 150, this thing I think was a steal. So obviously never financial advice, don't buy or sell stocks because I say, or I talk about them on here, guys, but that's just my opinion. Second company, Reyna Silver, much smaller market cap, just $87 million market cap. And it has ran up this week, actually. We started talking about this stock when it was around 89 cents, I believe it was. I picked up some shares for 87 or 89 cents. We're currently trading for 97 cents. We did have the pleasure of interviewing their CEO, and we'll be dropping that video on Friday. It's a really awesome interview. You can tell how passionate their CEO is. And he's been with the company from the start. Now, why invest in Reyna Silver? World-class technical expertise. So they've got Peter McGraw, PhD from Mag Silver, one of the most successful silver exploration geologists in the past 30 years. Chairman Peter Jones, former CEO of Hudbay Minerals. So really awesome management team. Also, I wanted to say that retail investors own 28%. Mag Silver owns 12.5%. Institutional investors are at 40%, and the board and management own 18%, so substantial skin in the game. And last but not least, I just wanted to talk about their assets. So a few of their assets were spun off from Mag Silver, which is really great because they have, their exploration team led by Peter McGraw, who is the co-founder of Mag Silver, with an awesome track record of discoveries and, of course, strong support. Well-funded, $11.8 million for exploration and, all that stuff. So they got lots of cash on hand. Sprott Asset Management is one of the major shareholders yet again. So I think that's really great. And they're in some really interesting mining jurisdictions. A lot in Mexico. Their flagship Guigui project, 4,750 hectares. They did already intersect some pretty high-grade drill results. And they will have more drilling in the future. They actually are just starting a really awesome drill program. So we're going to leave that for the interview. We won't get too much into it, but I just simply wanted to say that this is another one that I'm closely looking at. It hasn't pulled back as much as Discovery Metals. Then again, it hasn't ran as much as Discovery Metals, but I really think that silver exploration right now is an interesting sector to take a look at. And like I said, I felt like I was underexposed, so I did add, a decent position in Discovery, a decent position in Reyna Silver, and I kind of want to increase that because when and if silver does run, I feel like these will play catch up, and we could see some really nice gains. So guys, we're going to dive straight into the charts, and then that will be it for the video. But I was excited to talk about some of those companies, specifically Discovery and Reyna, just because they are on sale in my books today. So let's see what's going on for the green sector. So Ignite, Koios, and C-Web, 3 biggest gainers. It is super sunny today. Ianthus, Zenabis, and MedMen, 3 biggest losers. Not too much going on there. ACB did bounce. Let's take a look at the dividends sector, and holy smokers, guys, Brookfield Renewable, Severia, and Algonquin, 3 biggest gainers. Renewable energy stocks, just getting so much love. I don't even know how much I'm up on Brookfield Renewables. Like, it's got to be close to 100% now. Definitely up 100% on Algonquin. I remember purchasing shares back in the day for like $9 a share. We're at $21.54 now for Algonquin Power and Utilities Co., and that is our biggest holding in the utility sector. So doing awesome there. Brookfield Property and Infrastructure, 3 biggest. Brookfield Property, Infrastructure, and BMO, 3 biggest losers. Brookfield Infrastructure, however, hitting fresh 52-week highs today. So fantastic. Good day for dividend stocks. Now let's take a look at the gold and silver stocks, and it's not that good of a day except for Bonterra Resources. They must have hit some substantial results, so we'll have to take a look at that, up 27%. Kootenay Silver and Equinox Gold also in the green. We're seeing a couple stocks in the green. Discovery Metals is the biggest decliner, followed by Silver Elephant and Tourmaline Metals. So until gold moves up, I don't expect anything spectacular. but we will be patient for that sector. Now, in terms of tech stocks, we are seeing Virgin Galactic, MindMed, and Rockwell Medical, 3 biggest gainers on the day. MindMed having a stellar day. And let's take a look at the broader 2020 watch list. We are seeing Moderna, Charlotte's Web, and AMD, 3 biggest gainers, and JNUG, Boeing, and Welltower, 3 biggest losers. So I forgot one thing, guys. For anyone who stayed tuned, for anyone who tuned in and made it this far, holy smokes, guys, I appreciate that. And drop me a comment. Let me know if you made it this far. You're officially in the Departures Capital diehard club. So I just want to take a look at the charts for MindMed, and we have seen some pretty vicious sell-offs and pullbacks. But one thing I did want to say was the stock has barely been making higher lows over the last little while. The momentum, it's really looking like it's struggling to get above $1.20. I'm happy that we're above $1. I think it's going to take some piece of news, some next catalyst for MindMed in this sector to break out. But let's not forget the valuation. So at $356 million market cap, let's take a look at Compass Pathways. Because Compass Pathways does have a very similar pipeline of clinical trials to MindMed, and we're at, it doesn't say it on here. Yeah, Compass Pathways, $1.26 billion market cap. So come on, guys. MindMed needs to play catch up. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember, guys, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.